Okay, go.
Well, hello.
This is Sexy 1900.
Oh, my goodness.
I think that you may think you're tuning into the wrong podcast.
You might have dialed a number you didn't want to dial, but don't worry, it's just Kristin.
It's just Kristin. So it's funny because I started over the weekend saying, I think that I'm coming down with something. And I think that I've got whatever, like Bill had last week and yada, yada, yada. And she's like,
And I said, I'm still fine.
She goes so snarky too. She was like, I have been sleeping next to him for a week and I don't have anything. You're ridiculous. The next day she started with a little, and now, wait, don't worry.
I'll tell you.
It's
I get
just
laryngitis once a year. I have laryngitis.
I think you have a little more than
but
laryngitis.
I'm now getting what Bill had.
Yes, you have full blown.
So I
And if I
sound
didn't
worse
already have
than I
it-
feel. I don't feel bad. That's the thing.
So I don't sound terrible, but I feel bad. Mm-hmm. So together we're
I
either
sound
really
like
good or
I'm
really
dying.
bad. Yeah. I don't feel great. I sound totally fine. I just have like the runny nose. So I'll be fine. If we
This
were,
might be the shortest podcast in history
That's
because
okay.
I may have to exit the air.
we were going to podcast this morning, but she had literally
no voice. This is really good.
Yeah, this is better than what we've had.
This morning I was whispering like this, and I'm like, do you think I can just podcast like this?
I think you would have tuned out like in seconds. It would have been so annoying.
I'm going to have to let you do most of the talking.
That's how it normally is anyways in a relationship. It's fine. I feel like I don't even know what to talk about this week. Like, so what is going on? It's the fall. It's crazy time at the market, of course, which is like, everyone's like, what's going on? I'm like, work. Work is going on.
When
Nothing
you say
else.
the word fall, what do you think of? What's the first thing that comes to mind?
Work.
Work.
Yeah.
I want to ask that question on Facebook on our business page because, like, for everyone, it's like pumpkins.
But ironically,
and
for most people in our
mums.
area, when you say fall, they think of Patterson's.
Patterson's.
That's like what they think
That's
of.
what I want people to say.
And it is so cool. And I love that so much. And I love being a part of it. I really, really do. But I'm really tired.
We're halfway through.
I know. We made it halfway through.
Halfway through.
But you know what? It's funny. Like, I think we'll be sad, relieved and sad when it's over, you know?
It's nice. And then you get that kind of like couple week period before pies start for Thanksgiving.
Yeah. So it's like, it's a good. And then
You know what's this week?
do you think
No.
we're still recording?
We're good.
Okay.
You know, like this will be our first county fair. We've not been in junior fair.
Are
We're
you
open
sad?
class only? So actually, no.
You have relief.
I think it's okay. We're already done. Oh, we'll move on to that. Stink.
So you may notice that I've set the mood in the background.
We have a nice little fire for ambiance.
So just so you know, there's no need for a fire. It's currently 80 degrees here right now.
It's really a heat wave.
Oh my God, it's like coming at us. So we're having,
Maybe it'll get on my.
no, but there is a stink bug. Oh, stop it! There is a stink bug on Kristin's finger right now. The one crawled up my
You know
leg
they
at
don't
work
stink
today.
until you squash them.
Correct, but I don't think that we need it here. So let's.
Oh, Tom's got the salt gun out.
They're shooting it. Can you take this, please, and flush it down
So
the toilet?
Tom has the salt gun, which kills flies and stink bugs. I'm not even kidding you. This thing works.
It does work, but there's salt all
But the
over my
salt
house.
goes
then.
everywhere.
Right. So I don't know.
You've
that this
been
is
assaulted.
So, correct, but I don't know that this is so beneficial. But so, anyways, so I came downstairs and there were. It's called the bug assault. Literally.
Do
Look
not
it up.
shoot in face or eyes.
Original
Can I
salt
just
gun.
shoot you for a
No,
second?
it actually
No,
hurts.
I know. I'm
No,
gonna
no.
hold out your hand.
No, it like hurts.
Let me just shoot you on the air.
No.
Come on.
I'll shoot you.
Okay, that's fine. Shoot me. I want to know
No,
if
I'm
it
not
hurts.
shooting you. It like really hurts.
No, it doesn't.
I swear to God, no. Oh my God, it's gonna hurt you. Stop. This is dumb.
Oh, it kind of does hurt.
Why would she just shot herself? This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Why is she like this?
I could see how that could kill a fly.
Yeah, that. What do you mean?
Where's
Of course
all the
it hurt.
salt?
It just went all over my house. The salt literally just went everywhere. So, anyways, I came downstairs earlier and I was like, "Oh my goodness, there are stink bugs everywhere." And it's funny because at work today, I noticed a stink bug was crawling on my leg.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
They're everywhere.
They're
It's-
out.
You know what? It's like they know the weather is starting to change and they're like making their last. The bees are out. Like
They're
everybody's
ready to burrow in your
Yes.
home so they can survive the
they
winter.
can survive the winter. And so our exterminator, like a couple years ago, told us that they come in through our fire. Another one just flew down. Look do you see it?
This one has really long legs.
Tom, another one. Ooh. Tom. And so our exterminator a couple years ago told us that they come in through the fireplace, through your flue, and that you should turn on your fireplace. We have a gas fireplace.
So you're toasting them right now?
Literally, you turn it on, and they're like bloop, 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 and they it's the most satisfying thing you've ever experienced. And then when it's all done, you go in there with your vacuum cleaner, and you're like, you clean up in there. And then I dump it down the
We have
toilet.
them all over our house.
They're
When Bill and I were
awful.
dating, he used to have an infestation so bad that we'd be having a conversation on the phone, and all of a sudden you hear,
How many times have I been sitting
turned
at
on
your
the
kitchen
vacuum
table where I
cleaner.
see him do that?
He would suck
and
'em
you'll
up.
notice my Dyson is right behind us right now because that's what we were doing earlier on the windows. We were sucking them up on the windows.
oh my gosh.
So, yes,
They're not even like a gross bug.
No,
but they
they're
do
just
poop all
annoying.
over.
They poop?
They poop. Everybody poops. They poop. They
You know,
leave little
someone today
poop
told me,
drops.
literally someone today at work told me, and I will not, of course, say names, but today someone told me that they don't fart. You would die. You would literally die. It's physically
This
impossible.
is the stinky episode.
Well, it's like it's definitely not sexy with that voice, but I was going to say it was 1-900, but I mean, I'm just saying you would die. But
Okay, everybody
everybody
flatulates.
farts. Everybody farts. But
Toots, farts, whatever you call it. Passes gas.
what's the difference between me and
Off
me and
the
you?
air. I want to know who said that because that's not even true.
I'll tell you. I bet you could guess.
I'm already guessing.
Yeah. So, anyways, we are having...
When you work with people all the time, like everybody toots.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, my last name is Root. So when I
Don't
was
make me
growing
laugh. I'm
up,
going to cough.
when I was growing up, sometimes people would say like, "Here comes Rootin' Tootin' or Rudy Toot too." I know some of my friends from like growing up listen, and you'll remember that. They did.
You just brought it back.
I brought the nickname back. And then they also used to call me the Horny Dorset Queen
Oh, my gosh. It doesn't end.
because I raised horned Dorset sheep. I had lots of names.
Oh, speaking of the sheep, I got to do a very first experience of mine yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
I got to feed the lambs,
Mm-hmm.
which it's funny because I was complaining and I was like, I don't want to do this.
And
Like,
I
this
said, you're
is-
going to thank me when you get
Yeah.
the chance to leave the market.
Well, so first of all, I've decided that I much prefer the animals over the people. And not
Animals are
the
nice.
customers, just
you
my
love the
fellow. The
customers.
customers are fine. Just my fellow employees sometimes. I needed a break from them. But no, I'm joking, of course. But
No, she's not.
a little bit.
I
but
need a break from her too, so it's okay.
it's okay. We're all in the same boat. No, but you had told me you were like, I was like, well, how long does this take? And you're like,
30
literally
seconds.
30 seconds. I'm like, there's no way. I could not believe how accurate that was. Like,
So it's
I was
interesting.
actually nervous that I fed the one too much, like, and not
Yeah,
enough to the other.
that can happen
Yeah, you know what I
easily.
mean? And then you said, like, I was like, well, how will I know which ones need it? And you're like, they'll come right at you. And they totally did. I
Yeah.
was like shocked.
So Barbara had 3 babies, which is normal,
Mm-hmm.
but not like super normal. Like we love them to have twins, triplets sometimes, especially she's older. So she has enough milk, but we give them extra. The 2 boys get extra. The ewe lamb doesn't need anything because she gets it off from her mommy or snitches off of Ivanka. So they would be fine without it because they eat hay and they also have creep feed, which is a new word for you.
What's that?
Creep feed's the little pen that they go into by themselves, and they have access to all they can eat buffet, and the mommies can't.
Because they can't fit in there.
They can't fit in there.
Got it.
If the moms ate all they could eat buffet, they'd be dead.
Oh.
So, but the babies can eat whatever they want. So as they grow, we won't have to bottle feed them forever.
How long do you
So,
bottle feed them for?
I don't know. We'll probably feed them for the next couple weeks.
It was really the cutest thing I've ever done, though. I was like so against it. And then once I went and did it, I was like, well, that was kind of cute. I kind of wish it lasted longer. And I'll tell you what, I wish that when my kids were bottle feeding, that they ate that fast. Because
Well, my kids
that
didn't
used
bottle
to be
feed.
like the biggest pain in the butt ever.
The only bottles I ever made were for sheep. Isn't
That's
that
really funny. Yes.
So I never had. Bill said this brings back memories. The
right.
smell,
Right.
but I think the milk actually smells good.
I don't.
I did. I thought
did
it smells
not.
a little sweet.
Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
So my kids I never had to make them bottles.
That's
so.
pretty funny. But no, it was like I walked back into the market and I was like, well, knock that off the bucket list.
Yeah.
Like, I can officially say that I had done something I've never done, and I didn't hate it.
And you've held a baby lamb and you fed a baby lamb.
Oh, and then a little girl wanted to pet one of them, and
nice.
I brought it over. It was very cute. So
That's nice.
yeah, I felt like quite the little farmer yesterday.
So we learned a new part of the Jewish religion. I feel like this is like my journey through the Jewish faith.
Okay.
We've had a lot of Jewish families at the market, and there's a really cute Jewish family. So you have to tell me exactly what they're celebrating harvest right now. But they were very interested in the sheep because obviously the
Was
lamb.
this today or yesterday?
It was today.
Yeah.
It was today. But they asked all kinds of questions. But I was so impressed because they knew they were sheep, but the father thought that they were with their dads because they had horns. He's like,
Oh, he assumed
why are the babies
that-
living with the males?
So he assumed because they were
He
horns.
assumed because they had horns. So he knew they were sheep.
That's interesting.
And they asked lots of great questions, but it was really interesting.
Yeah, there is another Jewish holiday that is not as well known going on right now.
It's supposed to be more for...
It's for if you're a bit more religious. So I shouldn't say it's if you're more religious. Like, I can remember when I was younger, we used to celebrate it at my temple. But
Is
like,
it Orthodox that would celebrate this?
No, I mean, everyone celebrates it, but like Orthodox really celebrate it to another level, whereas like Reformed Jews probably would not really celebrate it in their everyday life.
So, I got hooked on that show, My Unorthodox Life.
Yes. So this is called, Sukkot is like the English, Sukkot or Sukkot is like the English version of it. But you literally, what's he saying?
I think he said harvest.
Harvest, yeah. And you literally build, it looks like, I'm trying to describe it in the best way to like make you understand it, but it's like you build a little tent out of leaves
In your front yard?
in your backyard.
Backyard.
And you eat every meal in there, and every meal is harvested meal. And
Do you think that's why they're coming to the farm?
so they could be, but I also think it's the first 2 days. It's like a 6 to 7 day. I feel badly that I don't know the exact time frame. I did not grow up very, very religious, obviously. But the first 2 days are usually the most religious, and Orthodox Jews are to not work during that time.
Okay.
period.
We've had a lot of them this week.
So, yeah,
but
the
the
last 2
interesting
days.
thing is that we talk about this. I always tell Dana, I'm like, oh my gosh, there was like this beautiful Jewish woman who comes to the market, and I'm like, and her hair, her hair
like, oh,
is so
honey.
pretty.
It's not her.
And she's so young. And she's the mom today had beautiful hair too.
It's not hers.
Yeah, because they can't
So
show
in
their
Jewish
real
religion,
hair
and when you,
to the public.
if you're an Orthodox Jew, once you get married, you never can show. The only person that can ever see your real hair is your husband. Yes, it's just there's a reason behind it. Like, I actually have cousins that are Orthodox Jewish. My cousin Sarah, I talk to fairly regularly, and she's Orthodox Jewish. But it is kind of interesting because she is very much following of old traditions. However, she's very much understanding of new traditions as well. And I feel like she has a very open mind, so it's a little easier to talk to her sometimes
Bill.
about it.
You got it. Campbell's driving home from basketball right now.
So you need to like monitor.
So he answered because it's dark, and so she calls and talks on the way home.
Yes.
Because this is the only second time she's had night
It's
driving.
a little nerve-wracking.
It is. And she's done great.
I told Bill the other day, Campbell getting her license, while it has made my life insanely easier, I need you to understand this. Like, football game the other night, I left at halftime. Campbell drove Olivia home. So while it has made my life so much easier in so many ways, this has cost me some money.
Oh, because they go places?
Yeah.
Wait, time out. Have you actually paid for anything
No, I
they've
think
gone
I
to?
owe you like $30. I shouldn't have brought this up.
It's
Tom,
been
can
fun.
you Venmo them?
They were like, can we go? Well, first of all,
My eyes bad.
after school, we have this thing called Pulp. If you have a Pulp, they should be a sponsor of us.
They should be. Like, oh my gosh, the smoothies. Which, do you know that my husband
Oh.
went to Pulp today?
We saw them.
Oh,
We saw him.
everybody went to Pulp. No one thought to bring me Pulp.
I bet Andrew would.
Not one person thought, poor Deanna is still at work. We should bring her some Pulp.
I
Nope.
did not get Pulp. Don't worry.
Nobody
I
thought
stayed
to
in
bring
the
me
car.
any. That's fine.
Pulp is by the
Do you
gas
think
station.
it would have taken longer? He said he was in a hurry, and that's why he didn't get me any. Do you think it would have taken longer for them to make my smoothie in addition to yours?
No.
No. The answer is no. Okay, he admitted. He said he dropped the ball. That's fine.
So I like pulp, but I have to be in like the right phase for pulp.
I love it, but I'm plain with it.
I like Crossroads Nutrition too because if I'm gonna get a shake,
the Wonder Woman. If anyone wants to bring me anything from there, I like the Wonder.
But
Woman.
if I'm gonna get a shake like that, I think I need it to be nutritious. There's nothing really nutritious at pulp. Like that's
Tom has one that he gets there that's nutritious.
I'm going there for the Red Bull one, which my husband said you must drink a lot of Red Bull. I'm like, no, I don't. It's the kids.
We don't even have Red Bull in our house.
He made the mistake of buying a case at Costco.
The last time I bought a case of Red Bull, I used to drink it. I'm sorry, Jane. I used to drink it with vodka.
Of course you did. I used to drink, what's that one called? Vodka Red Bulls?
No, I did what was that? Oh, I don't think I can.
We can't say that on the air, but I'm sure everybody heard it because whatever you talk about up there resonates in the podcast, gentlemen. No, I used to drink, what's the other energy drink?
Monster?
No. Was it no, the other one.
Olivia's been drinking. Oh, Celsius.
No.
because that's what Olivia's been drinking recently.
No, maybe it is Monster. It's not Monster. I don't know. Anyways, I don't think they're good for you, and I've forbidden all the kids from drinking them.
Well, so I drank coffee today. I drink coffee every day, but for my energy in the morning. That's where I get my caffeine. But I was determined to have a cup of tea when I got to work because I wanted to have, which I don't even know.
I had lemon ginger with honey.
Well, I wanted to have peppermint tea because I read that you should have peppermint tea when you have a cold.
That settles your tummy too.
It does settle, and peppermint does settle your tummy, which I don't have an upset tummy, but I thought that it would be good for my cold. And then all day long, I forgot to drink it.
So let's talk about my sleep last night.
Why was it so good, Kristin?
Oh my gosh. I told all the kids, okay, so back to college, my college years, I had a roommate in my dorm and I took NyQuil one time and she's like, Kristin, what did you do last night? Like you were cussing in your sleep.
I just kicked you.
Oh no.
Here we go.
Anyways, I took NyQuil. Drop. I need another cough drop. Anyways, I took NyQuil. Last night, I don't know if I cussed in my sleep, but Bill and I slept so good. I told the kids, everybody set your alarms. Bill and I are doing drugs before we go to bed. I'm like, seriously, set them. We're taking NyQuil. And if you hear the fire alarms, wake us up.
I take it when I'm sick, and it really does make a difference.
Oh my gosh,
it really puts you into a good sleep.
From 8:30 to 6.
Yeah.
Did not wake up.
You needed it.
It was amazing.
I just
that's
told
what we're
Tom,
doing tonight.
I'm doing it again tonight.
And it's not like we're drinking excessive amounts. We took the dosage.
So I actually don't even have the liquid version right now. At Costco, I bought the, Dayquil, NyQuil, like pills, and I'm so cheap. I bought the Costco version of it. It's exactly the same.
Costco, you really need to be a sponsor.
You should be our sponsor. So I bought their brand, and I take 2 pills, and within I think last night it was 4 minutes, I was out. And I've done it for the last 2 nights, and I really think that if I do it tonight, yesterday I had the sweats at work, when you're sweating it out.
Oh my gosh, you're probably sick.
Honey, I know I am sick. This isn't a surprise. But I'm not I just have a cold. But when you're have that cold and you're sweating, there were times of the day where I was sweating and I'm I feel like
it was 80.
Well, it was hot. So then today I felt so much better.
Yeah.
And now I'm tomorrow is my day. Tomorrow I'm going to feel so much better. But we were talking about it and it's just this change of seasons. Maybe I have allergies. Maybe I'm not sick.
Maybe not. I don't know.
Maybe I just have laryngitis.
Maybe I'm going to keep this husky voice forever.
This is your new voice.
I was at the football game, which the boys did not win. It was a rough trip home. So we have this tradition. We take a case of water, a peck of apples, and 3 dozen donuts to every football game. We have been undefeated. We've held the same tradition.
Did you do that today?
I did. We lost.
So do you still have to do that in every game?
No, I don't know. We only have 1 game left. Oh. But I'm oh my gosh, nobody wants these donuts. Oh, they all wanted the donuts.
Of course they did.
They angrily grabbed the donuts and kids were eating apples and walking and their mothers are are you guys riding the bus home or are you coming with us? Because we're leaving.
Yeah.
Like you can stay or you can go. Just tell us what you're doing. And they're like,
Yeah.
crunch into the apple and then the donut. So I think it made him feel better.
I'm sure it did. So this is interesting now that we're at this point, like this year. So Olivia's playing JV. And so we're done.
Yeah,
we
go ahead.
can be done. But I'll finish my story. So Olivia's playing JV and, varsity plays immediately after. And like, I feel guilty not staying for varsity, but I'm like, she's not playing. Like,
right. It's nice when the kid stays.
No, she stayed. Like,
with the
she's
parents.
still there.
So
but
I did
I'm
not
like,
make Parker stay today because Perry's a little farther away.
yeah, but no, she would always, like, in middle school, she always rode the bus home with me because she was in 8th grade. There was no one else to watch. But
The bus home with you?
Or ride the bus. She would always ride home with me instead of taking the bus, I mean. But now I'm like, do you have to stay with varsity? So it's kind of like a bummer. But I feel like a bad parent because I left.
No, you're a fine parent. Friends,
Okay,
until next time.
I hope we feel better next week.
Warm as smash.
Have a great
We
week.
need to go to the salty cave.
Oh, we do.
We do.
Oh, that would probably make us feel better.
I know.